Hey, good morning. How are you going today? Good to hear. Me? Oh, super duper. As per usual. Day 10. Day 10, and I think I've hit another one of those good old roadblocks. I think it's another one of those crucibles. I feel fucking terrible. Gotta laugh about it. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Yeah, it's just day 10, so halfway through, give you a bit of a status update. My, God, hair is shocking. My brain is fried. My body is really sore. I feel worse than I've felt since I started it, and I feel the least motivated. Before I turned this camera on, I was very considering not bothering with this. I didn't upload a video yesterday because, well, I tried to put a little bit more effort into it than usual, so I didn't end up finishing it in time. And today and also it just sort of feels like a chore now. You know, I started all these things like, you know, I'm just having fun with it, but it's like even the most fun shit you do it often enough and routine enough, and it sort of becomes a chore. Now I don't know if this is just, as I said, one of those things you got to fight through to get through the other side, but look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, does it? I made a commitment, so I'm just going to do this for 21 days. I'm going to do it. I'm going to record a video and put it up. Don't know how much it's going to have in it today, but even if it's just me having a whinge and reminding myself that the workout needs to get done, I'll do it. And that's that. So, wish me luck, and I will talk to you later.
Driving to work, and I look in the mirror, and I realise my moustache is crooked. I don't know if you can see it, trying to keep eyes on the road, but this side here, not as much, I didn't put as much pomade in it as this side, and so the whole thing's sort of ski whiff, and I don't know if anyone else is going to notice, but it's bugging the hell out of me. Some days, right? Some bloody days. So, just finished up my actual last day at work. Good day. The guy that I've left to do my job, which was training new recruits and that sort of thing, pretty happy with how he's come along. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to hand the torch over now. A pretty sort of proud moment. At the moment, just sitting in my car waiting to go home. As I saw yesterday, the battery died because the kids left the lights on. Classic, these sorts of things happen. But jumped it this morning, thought that might have gotten enough juice driving here to get home, but obviously that's not the case. So I've just got a mate that's going to be driving over in a second to help give us a jump start. But I thought I'd take a minute to just, chuck up an update on how I've been doing. So this morning was, as I said, pretty rough. Since then though, I've actually had a pretty good day, and it made me think about how many times this weird things happen, right? So I'll tell you how it goes. You wake up in the morning, you're feeling absolutely bloody dreadful, right? It's one of those days where you're just lying in bed, your alarm goes off, and you think to yourself, there is literally nothing outside this bed or this room for me. Might as well just stay here for the rest of the day. And you sort of pull yourself out of bed, trudge around the house, maybe have a shower, and you're just sort of thinking about how much you're dreading literally everything that's going to happen. And then, for some reason, the day goes really well. And this happened to me a few times. I'd wake up feeling fucking terrible, like I didn't want to do anything. And then when I actually got to work, expecting the worst, those are the days where everything's went really smoothly. Then on the other hand, you have those days where you wake up feeling like absolute dynamite. Like, there's nothing that can stop you. You shoot yourself out of bed, you jump in the shower, feeling good, you do yourself up and positive attitude, go out to work or whatever you're going to do for the day. But then something goes wrong. And another thing goes wrong, another thing goes wrong. And bringing it back to my example with work, I would have these days where I got out of bed feeling fantastic, like I said, and then when I got to work, everything would go horribly wrong. Now, and this happened enough times for me to notice a pattern here, right? It's really bizarre. It's like you almost see what's coming, and then so your body and your brain prepare you for it, put you in the best possible position to be able to take it. But then the days where things are about to go wrong, it's like your mind and body knows, and so I don't know, it like takes a break, it just sort of turns off, and it's like, yeah, you can do this on your own, mate. But everything sort of lines up to be easier, to give you an easier time of it. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever noticed this sort of pattern or any of this happening for you. If anything the sort has happened to you like this, or you've noticed something like this happen, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. But today has seemed to be one of those days. I woke up not feeling great, but I did my workout anyway. I got ready and a few things went wrong. Said the car wouldn't start, and so I was a bit late to work, but that's all right because I don't really have much pressure on me at the moment. And then I showed up, jump started the car, came to work, and everything just went fine. Like, they didn't really need my input in the morning meetings much. All the reps, all the team leaders were onto it, and everything from then just sort of went smoothly. And now what I'm thinking is, maybe it's not that things go more smoothly. Maybe it's just your mindset that determines, the days that go smoothly or the days that, fuck you up. But in that case, shouldn't it be the days where you wake up feeling good, that everything goes right, and the days you wake up feeling terrible, everything goes wrong? That being said though, today's not over yet. I've still got a few things I need to do, and I feel a bit under the pump. Like, I haven't uploaded yesterday's video yet, so I still need to finish that off, and then I need to go home and edit this one up and do the whole thing on this and then upload that. There's still plenty of opportunity for today to go wrong or horribly right. But I guess at the end of the day, once again, it comes down to, do you do enough? How do you feel at the end of the day? So how do you feel at the end of the day? Maybe that's what's important. Like, if you feel like it's enough at the end of the day, is it enough? Well, that might be the case, because typically you find it like on a day where you sit around just playing video games all day, or watching movies, or watching Netflix, or just generally wasting time. There's no way you can convince yourself that you spent that day right. Now, you might be able to come up with some excuses, and you might be able to say, oh, well, I couldn't have had a good day today because I wasn't feeling 100%, or, well, I didn't get much done, but I did the dishes and I cleaned my room a little bit. And that might be good enough, but it also might not be. And I think the crucial thing is, whether it's enough or not. I guess you are your own harshest critic at the same time. So how can you really trust that? I guess to summarize, the thing to take away from this, I suppose, is that you never know what's going to happen in a day. So you expect the best and plan for the worst, I suppose. I'm sure you've heard that one before. Once again, all I'm really doing this for is to tell you what my experience is. And what my experience is today is I woke up feeling probably worse than I felt since I started this challenge. I'm about halfway in now, and I'm very sore all over my body. I've never worked out for 10 days in a row before in my life. But I'm getting on with it. I'm checked off most of the things I need to do today. I think the only thing I've got left is a load of washing and some guitar practice. That being said, I have been keeping up with my guitar practice. Now, one of the problems I was having with practicing the guitar is that the guitar I had was a little bit garbage. Basically, it was a guitar my friend gave me a while ago. I liked it a lot, but it was broken, right? The part at the top, I think it's called the nut, that holds all the strings between the headstock and the neck. Well, that was just a pencil. So I went and got that repaired, but the thing had steel strings on it. So for any of you guys who don't know anything about guitars, like I didn't before I did this, apparently steel strings aren't supposed to go on classical guitars, and this was a classical guitar. So when I got it repaired, the bloke gave it back to me, and the nut was like yay high, like holding the strings 1.5 inches off the bloody fretboard, which, with steel strings being pulled too hard on a guitar they're not supposed to be on, it was like shredding my fingers on razor wire. Now, I still practice with it, because what's the other option? Oh, it's another excuse, right? I like to practice my guitar, but I just don't have the right guitar or the right string. Fuck that, all right? Use the tools you got at hand. So I practiced with it, but my stepdad recently lent me one of his acoustic guitars. And mate, is a nice guitar. Now, it's like, you just look at it and you know, right? Like, this thing's mint. It's probably worth more than everything in my house. And he gave me that, and I immediately got 100 times better at guitar. I've had a lot of fun with it recently. Oh, that reminds me of the other thing I wanted to bring up. Using the tools you have at hand. So, a really common excuse for not getting started on something is, I don't have the tools to do it. The most common one is YouTube videos. I've talked to a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel. Almost everyone wants to start a YouTube channel, right? For one reason or another. And I guess that just comes from, you know, people see influencers that are internet famous and they watch them do a video, make lots of money, and they're living their best life, and then they think, oh man, I'd like to live that life. When really they have no idea how hard that person's worked, or how messed up their release schedules are, or any of the actual intricacies that come with having any sort of internet-based career, especially on YouTube. But it doesn't really matter. Like, no matter how hard something is, if you want to do it, go and do it. So if people say, I want to start a YouTube channel, it's like, cool, do it. They go, but I can't. Well, why not? Well, because, you know, I don't have the stuff for it. What stuff do you need? Right? And, you know, you rattle off a list, you know, well, I need a nice camera, I need a camera stand, you know, a tripod, I need a microphone, I need a lapel mic, I need a proper mic, I need a mic stand for it as well, I need the video editing software, and the list goes on. And this applies to everything. What's another common one? Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is another common one. People say, oh, I want to start Dungeons and Dragons, but, you know, it costs too much to start. You know, I'd have to buy like all the books, and then there's the expansions, and then all the miniatures, and then I'd have to buy a game mat. No, you don't. Okay, D&D has a starter set. It's $20. It's like, yeah, but then what do I do? It's like, well, then you build from there. It's the same with this YouTube thing. So what does it mean to just start with the tools you have? Well, case in point, me doing this YouTube channel. All I have is this phone. I had to take a quick break because my mate showed up to help me start my car, so it's going now. I'm going to make it home. What does it mean to start off with what you've got? Okay, case in point, this YouTube channel. I do all of this from my phone. And at the end of the day, the product probably isn't as nice as if I had a dedicated mic, if I had, you know, the right lights, if I had the right camera, yada, 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 pro video editing software, whatever. The thing is, if I started with all that stuff, I probably wouldn't know how to use it anyway. And so what I do is use what I've got at hand. I just use my phone. I use my phone to do the thumbnails. I use my phone to do the video editing. And so by doing that, what I've ended up doing is exploring a whole different ways to solve problems while I'm creating my content, which has motivated my creativity as well. So now that I've started with this, I sort of know what I need now to get to the next level. I know that the first thing I need is a better microphone, because I think the thing that's letting my videos down the most at the moment is the lack of sound quality. I just recently added outro music to my videos, which I didn't do originally because, well, I didn't know what music to use or how to do it. But after getting my head wrapped around the fundamentals of the video editing software I'm using, which I downloaded for free on my phone, by the way, I feel a little bit more confident with tinkering with some of the more advanced options. So what will naturally happen is I will use this software to go as much as I can until I get to a point where I want to do things with my videos, or I come up with ideas for my videos that I can't implement with the software I have at hand. That's when I upgrade. That's when I start buying better software and better equipment and making a real investment into the thing that I'm doing. But once again, you have to earn it first. If you start with everything you need to do something, you will quickly get overwhelmed. If you start playing music, you can buy an electric guitar worth $1,600, a massive amp, and all the foot pedals. But you won't know how to use any of it, and none of it will help you anyway. You still need to learn how to play the guitar. And you'll learn those fundamentals just as well on a $1,600 Mega Axe as you will on some $120 bullshit acoustic guitar that you pick up from the thrift shop. So the most important thing is that you just start with whatever you have at hand, or the bare minimum necessary, because then you get the first obstacle out of your way to pursuing it. Anyway, I don't want to leave my car running for too long, so I'm going to head back home. But I do want to show you what I've managed to get on guitar so far. And now it's nothing impressive, it's not going to blow your mind, but I just want to actually put down like a starting point, right? Show you guys where I'm starting, so as I get better, I have a record of, you know, my progress. So check this out. Oof. Did you see that transition? Oh, that was smooth as fuck, boy. Oh, that was slick. But look, we're home now, right? And I'll show you the guitar first. Whoosh. Look at this beast. Oh. Isn't she a beauty? Yeah, so this is the toy I've been lent to practice on. So I'm just going to jump in and do a little bit of, practice. And say hi, Logan.
Hi!
I'm going to jump in, do a little bit of practice, a little bit of warm up, and then we'll see if I can show you what I got.
I wish.
Hey, okay? So yeah, it's a work in progress, I know, but look, if you can guess what the song was, leave it in the comments below, but yeah, give me about a week's practice, give me a break. Anyway, go with me, just wanted to show you a little something about what I was talking about earlier about using what you had in hand. So, this here is my phone case. So just imagine it has a phone in it, right? So the other day when I was recording my video about skill acquisition, I did it here in my bedroom. Welcome to my house, by the way, hope you like it. Now, while standing in here, I just looked around and I was like, how do I get the right angle on this, right? What do I do? So I saw this and I thought, well, maybe I'll get my phone case and just chuck it there. Oh, bada bing, would you look at that? Problem solved, right? Wouldn't have come up with that if I had a proper camera stand. And I had a lot of fun doing that. I felt really creative. And so the other one this morning, so I was sitting down here eating my breakfast and I thought an idea for a thing came to my head. And I thought this would be a really nice sort of area to take a shot from. But did I think, oh, well, I don't have a camera, so woe is me, there's no point. Or did I run down to the shop and have to spend $50 on a bloody tripod so I could take the shot? Hell no, bro. Hell no. What I did was I got a chair, chucked it up here, got my magnetic strip for the phone case, and hey, would you look at that? It's a perfect tripod. So, and also one last thing, if you're wondering how the camera's floating me around doing stuff, check this out. My little sister used her as a cameraman. Finally. Last point is, if there's anything you want to do, just be creative, okay? Find solutions for it. Whatever you want to do, there's a way to do it, and there's a way to do it either free or if not, cheaply, all right? And anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. You're going to screw it up when you start something anyway, so you might as well just go in with minimum investment, get started, and then let the process take over. All right. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that shit, yada, yada, yada. If you feel like it, whatever. If you don't want, so I'm not your mum. Until next time, guys, thanks for sticking around. Much love, and I'll see you on the flip side.